It's strange how something as simple as thirst can reveal so much about the way we live. Most people overlook this. They sit through these long NBA game nights, the roar of the arena, the glare of the lights, the tension building with every possession, and they forget that the body keeps its own quiet score. If we're honest with ourselves, even losing just a little water, a mere 2% of our body weight, can blur the edges of our focus, slow our reactions, and turn excitement into exhaustion. And yet, we push on, cheering, competing, believing we can will our way past our limits. But endurance demands truth, not denial. It asks us a question we don't always want to face. In the heat of the moment, do we honor what our bodies need, or do we wait for the consequences to remind us? When you pull back and look at this moment in the mid-2020s, the picture becomes even clearer. You've got athletes running the floor for 40 plus minutes, sweating under the intensity of high stakes play. You've got fans glued to their seats late into the night, hearts racing, barely noticing how a dry mouth or a dull headache creeps in. And surrounding all of this is a world that's waking up to a deeper truth. Dehydration is subtle, but it doesn't forgive carelessness. Even before tip-off, habits formed off the court shape what happens on it. A player who didn't hydrate beforehand might find his legs giving out in the fourth quarter. A fan working a long shift before the game might feel that same drag, that same fog. Meanwhile, the science gets better. Trainers track sweat rates, wearables monitor fluid loss, arenas consider wellness policies. But culture still tugs us toward the thrill of the moment, where thirst lags behind need and impulse overtakes responsibility. And still, people keep pushing because passion, whether you're on the floor or in the stands, can make you forget the quiet signals your body sends. I've seen variations of this struggle throughout my own life. Growing up in Hawaii and Indonesia, in humid heat that clung to your skin, I learned early that your body sets its own boundaries, whether you acknowledge them or not. Later, when I was organizing in Chicago, I'd walk blocks in the summer sun, talking with folks about jobs and schools, only to realize halfway through the day that I hadn't had a single glass of water. And when you're in the White House, running from meeting to meeting, briefing to briefing, you learn quickly that focus is a fragile thing and a cup of water can sometimes be the difference between clarity and burnout. Even watching games with my staff, I'd see them bring in trays of snacks, sodas, everything except the thing we needed most. I'd joke, "You all planning to dehydrate the president during overtime?" But beneath the humor was a simple humility. None of us are immune to forgetting what sustains us. In big arenas or quiet offices, the pressures may differ, but the stakes, staying sharp, staying grounded, are surprisingly similar. And somewhere in all this is a deeper reflection on who we are. Human beings are wired for excitement. We chase the highs, the buzzer beaters, the momentum swings, the collective adrenaline coursing through a packed arena. But beneath that rush lies a truth we often overlook. Endurance is built on discipline, not just desire. Democracy works the same way. It requires steady renewal, not only in moments of celebration, but in the small, everyday actions that keep us whole. Hydration becomes a metaphor, a reminder that freedom, clarity, performance, even justice, depend on the choices we make long before the crisis hits. It teaches us that hope is not blind optimism, it's preparation. It's the steady sip every 15 minutes, the quiet promise to ourselves that we'll meet intensity with responsibility. And it challenges us to recognize that health, our own and our communities, is a shared project. When we model good habits, when we care enough to educate, to innovate, to make wellness accessible, we strengthen more than just our muscles. We strengthen our bonds. So as we think about these long NBA game nights, about staying hydrated in moments that pull us beyond our limits, maybe the lesson is simple. Pay attention. Listen to your body. Treat endurance not as a test of how much we can ignore, but as a measure of how well we prepare. Because resilience isn't built in the excitement of the fourth quarter, it's built in the quiet choices made long before, and in honoring those choices, we honor ourselves and one another. Which leaves us with a few questions worth carrying into the next game. What would our lives look like if we gave our bodies the same respect we give our passions? How much stronger mentally, physically, communally might we be if we treated care as a form of leadership? And when the pressure rises, will we choose the moment or the strength to rise with it?